again, African Queen Mo family. So nice to have you back again on my channel. Thank you for new subscribers. Welcome to my show. And for those who have been with me for a long time, welcome again. Today, we're rushing over to see a good friend of mine who I met at my class school reunion. If you watch that video, it's still up there. And I want to find out what she's been up to. I know that she's running a children's rescue center out in, it's before you get to Gong, it's a place called Bull or Kataka Road. And the place is called St. Paul's Children's Center. Why did she call it that? Because she told me that she likes the teachings of St. Paul in the Bible. So let's go and see what she's been doing with her life and what she's all about. Yeah, that's the building there, approaching on the right, and we're just about to turn in, and they're aware that I'm coming. So I'm expecting the security guard to open the gates. So here we are, we're arriving at the St. Paul Children's Care Center. Welcome. Yes, guys, we are at St. Paul's Children's Care Center. Remember, it's a rescue center. And I came here to interview my friend, my high school friend, who has put up a child care center. Let's go and see her. You know, you never know what comes out of a high school reunion. Because of the high school reunion, I got to meet Jayne. Hello there. This is African Queen Mo channel, bringing you a very special guest today. Welcome to my channel yet again. Welcome new subscribers, my old family, very welcome. Lovely to see you here. This is the Women Wise Show, episode number 2, and I bring to you a lovely woman. Her name is Jayne Mutahi. Jayne was actually in school with me, you guys. Do you remember that reunion that I went to? I don't know whether you guys have watched that video, yeah? We actually got reacquainted there, and I'm so happy. So happy. Because we've been sharing so many memories, you know, together. Anyway, today I'm going to bring you her because she's amazing. I just discovered that she doesn't live far from me. And not only that, but she's running an amazing, amazing thing. So before anything else, let her introduce herself, then she'll tell you what she's doing. Okay? So Jayne, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Maureen. My name is Jayne Mutahi. And of course, I went to school with Maureen many years ago. And I'm glad we got to meet each other at the reunion at Musongari about a month ago.
Yeah.
And from there, we've been catching up and getting to know what we are doing all these years. Mm-hmm. And for me, I have, since 1986, been running a children's home. How I got there, I will tell you as we continue talking.
Yeah. So Jayne has been running a children's home. You know, you guys, how hard it is to look after kids, let alone 1 or 2. Jayne has mentored thousands of kids so far. And now she's known as a mom, and she's receiving messages on her phone. Even right now, she showed me one of children, you know, that she's mentored through this whole place. So let's start from the beginning, Jayne. So Jayne, tell us about yourself. Like what made you decide to start a children's home? Like, when did you start it? And why? What motivated you?
I always had a desire to help children, but I did not know it was going to come in this line.
Mm.
I remember telling my friends, one day I'll look after children, but I did not know how. Anyway, this after we finished Musongari, you went your different ways. I went my own way. I went into fashion and design, so I enrolled at Evelyn School of Design, and I finished. And then I and a friend of mine started a shop down Luthuli Avenue, that is in Nairobi, downtown a bit. Mm-hmm. And we used to live in Pangani. So on a daily basis, I could board number 6. I lighted commercial, and then walked down to Luthuli Avenue. And with that, I interacted with the small kids as they were begging, as they were somersaulting. And I was like attracted to them. And I was like, these small kids. And we started talking. through the weeks, months, just hi. They used to call me auntie. Up to this day, all the children here call me auntie. And with that interaction, eventually they got to know where our shop was. It was a floor up, not the first floor, so it was one floor up. And it was known, the name was 10 out of 10 fashions.
Oh, 10 out of 10 fashions.
Yes.
So you're a fashion designer.
Yes, I was.
Uh-huh.
So I remember when we held two shows, one at the Intercont and one at the New Stanley at that time. And it was going well. So my little boys, I could call them boys, they were so tiny, they could come up there, and the owners of the premises, who are Indians, were not happy. So eventually I told them, let's be having a meeting once a week. We can meet on the street, but let's be meeting as a group. Because what moved me is when they were cold, they could light up a tire, an old tire, and that would be like their fire. And I would find them in an alley. And that's where, I remember it was a month of June, and they could light up a wheel, the car wheel, and then they could get fire and get warm, but they were not having enough clothes. So again, I thought, let me ask my friend, my partner at work, can you help me find clothes? So she went talking to her friends. And of course, I had friends at my church. That was Christ the Answer up River, what's the road called now?
Valley Road.
Valley Road.
Yeah. Pentecostal church.
Pentecostal church, that's where I used to fellowship. Then I could tell my friends if they could give me some clothes for children. So my friends got to know I have friends in the streets. And I told them that we do meet every Saturday afternoon at the Uhuru Park. And I didn't know what to do with the kids, so the best thing I knew how to do, I told them, let's have a Bible study. That's the best I could do. And
you were a committed Christian at that time.
Yes.
You were very young.
Yes, I was.
Wow.
Again. So I started a class, but now with the help of my friends, we brought them clothes. Because what they used to do, I used to tell them, you have to be clean, and because if you're not clean, we'll be thrown out to the park.
Oh, yeah.
So they could go down the river, Nairobi River. Those days it used to be clean.
Yeah.
They wash their clothes. By the time they're coming there, they're actually freezing, but they've got clean clothes.
Oh.
And you could see some are a bit wet or that, but they were there. And they started a small group of 3, 4. They went to 6, 8. By the time I was really having a good group, it was a group of 18 boys.
18 boys, and they were all boys?
Yeah, they were all boys.
Wow.
And none was older than 15 years. They were all young. So through my friends and the church got to know a little bit about it, because they were concerned about it, but they were just asking. Yeah.
So when you meet, what would you do? You buy them soda, bread, the regular. What would you do?
No. I was young. And we just started work. I didn't have money to do extras.
What I'm saying,
So
when you told your friends about it,
the clothes came.
Oh, the clothes came. So they came and they got some clothes.
Yeah, I could store up. Remember, I had the shop down Lutuli Avenue.
Yeah.
So I could collect clothes and put them in a box.
Okay.
And we could take it down. The best and the most I ever afforded was a mandazi. So just a little mandazi and we would meet. Not always. And they didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And they didn't ask for it. We just were friends. And just to have that attention with somebody, they loved it. Yeah. And then I could go with my Bible and tell them Bible stories.
How old were they?
We're talking from 6. The one I stood out so much was, because he used to do the somersault outside Embassy Hotel, was 9 years. His name was Washira. Yeah, that one. Because whenever we met, he used to give me his pocket money that he has raised. Even in the evening when I'm going home, they ask me, please keep this for me.
He'll ask you to keep his pocket money?
Yeah, the pocket
money.
Keep
his pocket money for him? Yeah,
the one that he's raised doing the somersaulting outside Ambassador Hotel.
So he'd ask you, because of course it's safer with you than with all the boys around,
And then they sleep outside.
Yes.
So he used to give me his money to keep for him. Then when he needs something like lunch or something, he used to run my shop, whistle, because they're not allowed to go up. I come down and ask him, what is it? I want to buy chips, so I give him his money.
Oh.
So they started having that relationship with me. They could trust me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so impressive.
So in the season of us having the Bible study, I realized there was a couple sitting behind me, a European couple. And when we finished Bible study, they came near and asked us, is this the Bible study for the street kids that we're hearing about? Then I said, well, I don't know any other, but we meet here and these kids live in the streets. So they befriended me, they wanted to know more what we do, and absolutely, I just told them what you see is what we do. Apparently, they were the directors of Home Bible League. It was an organization on Gong Road, I don't know if it's still there. What they do, they bring in Christian materials, and they give to churches and all that. So the next Saturday, they came over, and they brought us the materials for the kids. So the kids had caroling pencils and books just for kids, and they had so much fun just drawing in them. And the couple kind of got involved and they loved it. So after a month or so, they asked me, is there a way we can hire a house for the kids not to sleep outside? So I told them, I'm still under my mom's roof, let me ask my parents. So
you were really young.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
At 17.
17?
Yes.
Jenny, you were only 17.
Yes.
The rest of us were partying and you were looking after street children. Amazing.
We partied too, but not, we were working. Remember, we just started learning how to work. But then, I didn't know how this came about, but it happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, I talked to my mom then, and then she said, oh, I didn't know about these kids, but if you really have them and somebody wants to get them a house. And I was thinking, oh, let's get them a flat in Magiwa. Because the Magiwa was the upcoming kind of something.
By the way, where is Magiwa, by the way?
Magiwa is around the roundabout of the mortuary.
Okay. Yes.
Those were the upcoming kind of the in thing those days.
Yeah.
Then my mom told me, now, Jane, the best thing you could do is take the children out of town. Because the kids were used to sniffing glue to make them high. And this glue is actually the glue that you repair shoes with. So they used to walk around with little bottles and sniffing, but they got high on that, and then I think life was easy for them. So my mom suggested take the house we have a small farm, just half an acre, on Gong. Go stay there with the kids. They will never be able to buy glue again. They will not be able to know their way back to Nairobi. So I shared this with the couple, the American couple, and they came to see the place. Actually, it was a mud house. It was a mud house. The way my mom had done it is she had painted it white. And you couldn't tell, but we knew it's a mud house. So
in these days, we don't call them mud houses.
What do you call them?
They have a name. What is that? What are they called? It's a very... I'll look for the name and I'll put it down here, guys. Yes.
So it had actually 4 bedrooms and a big sitting room and a kitchen. But the toilet was outside. So,
and your mom was not afraid of you hanging out with those kids? Because she said you should go and stay with them.
Yeah, but she was happy.
Oh, she was happy?
She was happy that these are children that are kept getting out of the street.
So she has a good heart like you. She had a good heart.
But she was like, use the land. It's half an acre. You can the kids can run up and down and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I shared this with a couple. They said it's fine. In fact, they actually told me they had shared the news with their son who lived in Colorado Springs in America. I don't know where that is. And they were Christian, and then they would like to help the kids, but off the streets.
Okay.
So when we moved here, so now we're not paying for rent. They decided.
Is this the place right here?
No.
Okay.
It's down the road.
It's down the road.
Yeah, we're in Bubungong.
Okay.
Down the road.
Okay.
So this road is called Forest Line.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened is I moved with 18 kids and and then the couple decided let's hire a tutor to bridge in the kids in 6 months that they can go to a public school. That was very good thinking. Then they decided I was as tiny almost like the kids themselves. I can't do all the cooking. So I got a cook.
Wow. And they paid for that?
They paid for that. And of course they decided let's have a watchman.
Yeah.
Because of the security those days, you could see giraffes walking up, roaming everywhere.
You're a brave girl. Guys, I don't even know this story. I'm learning just like you. Are you amazed?
So we moved in.
Yeah, you put me to shame, Jane.
Oh no, come on, you're doing great things too. You were in campus. You're in campus right then. I went off to doing fashion design. You guys you're the academics. Us guys were practical people.
Now you think academics that you are better.
No,
Let me not. Let me not. This is. Hey, okay. Let me not deflect on the topic.
Finally, we settled down. The kids settled down. There was a teacher coming in, and of course, her name was Rhoda. I've not forgotten.
Rhoda.
Yeah, teacher Rhoda. Then we had a cook and the watchman and myself. And of course, they bought the pets. And my mom also contributed. The furniture was there. So she gave us a lot of cooking things, pots and all that, knives and plates. So we started well.
Wow.
But within a year, the neighborhood, somebody had reported us to the police station.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Because you didn't have any formal registration.
We didn't even know there were any registration to be done.
That was required.
Yeah, I was just living with kids.
Yeah.
But my trip to go to Nairobi also became less frequent because now the bus fare. So I left the business with my friend.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so what happened to your fashion design business?
Yeah, I left it with my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so eventually we wrapped up and she was left with everything.
Yeah.
So I couldn't commute so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about income for yourself?
I was not thinking about income.
Because you're eating from your mother anyway.
I was not, I never registered.
Yes,
Anyway,
exactly.
So for me, I was just happy to be the kids. They're out, they're happy, they're in a farm, out of Nairobi. No more sniffing.
Were they happy?
Yes.
Did they run away?
No.
None of them ran away.
No,
None of them took off.
no.
Because that's what people usually say, that if you try to rescue these kids, they'll go back to the streets.
No.
They were happy.
They were really happy.
Yeah. So how did you know that these children were, what were they? Were they orphans or were they?
No, later on we found out the children, this particular group, they were all runaways from their families. I remember one, we discovered later, was all the way from Nanyuki. He had ridden a bus just to hear Nairobi, the word Nairobi.
Oh my God.
They wanted to discover what is Nairobi. So those days were those big buses, so he went where he put the suitcases under.
Oh, so he was a stowaway.
Yeah.
That's what's called a stowaway.
Yeah, he crawled in there, and when the bus finally stopped, it was Nairobi, and he came out.
I can't believe it.
Those are the kind of kids, and some were from Mathare,
Yes.
the slums.
The slum area.
The slum areas around Nairobi. They were just living in a difficult situation, and they thought best is Nairobi is good. You can eat chips.
You can eat chips.
Yeah, with a very few.
By the way,
pounds.
do you remember having those wonderful ideas of running away from home?
At one point, everybody must have.
Did you guys, African Queen Mo channel subscribers, do you remember when you were teenagers that you actually planned your escape from this hellhole called home, where there were rules and discipline? I remember packing suitcases so many times, but not knowing where to go. I should have come to you.
No, see, those ones
We did it in a bus.
Those ones were a little brave. There were no girls, there were only boys.
Only boys,
I
yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you.
I'm making fun of a situation.
No, don't worry. So what happened is that we found a Land Rover of a police in front of our gate. And we were told we need to explain who are these kids and you yourself, what are you doing here? So we found ourselves in the police station. And of course, those were the days we didn't have mobiles. So what do? You ask for permission to go out there and make the phone call. We ended up at the police station, and here we are. I asked for permission to go and use the phone. Of course, it was always outside the big booth. I dialed home. My mom came. Then we were being questioned, and then the DO there was this issue. It was a big issue.
The DO is a district officer, guys.
Yeah, those days were called the district officer. So he put us in, he called us we were taken to his office. So from the police station to the DO's office. That day, those tables used to look big, and that office used to look big.
Intimidating.
Yeah, very big, long black table.
Yeah.
It sits on the side. And the kids are almost not seeing him. Now myself, I'm seeing him almost like, yeah. And he made us to sit down, and he told me, young girl, tell me what you're doing with these kids. So I explained. Then he says, where's the contract of those Europeans? I gave him. I think they were called. But while we were talking, he kept sending people to come in. So as we're sitting, looking at him, and on the side, there are people.
So the room is filling up.
The room is filling up, and we have no idea what's going
Scary.
on. I imagine I was so innocent.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I'd done anything wrong. So he said, I want to go and see this place where you're with the children. Then I told him my mom is on the way. He said, good, we meet there. So like, no, me and my kids again in the back of the Land Rover.
Land Rover.
The police Land Rover.
Kai.
Back to my mom's land. He looked, he inspected. Finally, my mom landed, and also the couple. But they were an old couple.
Oh, they were old even.
Yeah, the
Okay.
the Americans. They came, they tried to find out what's the problem. They were so like innocent like me. My mom was innocent. Then the district officers, DO, said, this is your land. If these kids grow up here and they are boys, what will they do to you? You only have half an acre, Mama. They will take it over from you.
Oh, okay.
Because now these are kids who will be brought up here and they will assume this is their home.
Okay.
So he said, no. All the people who were standing behind our chairs, they all came with their cars, government cars. So it was like we were following each other.
Scary.
So when we finished with that, he came. He told us we need to go back to police station to do some statement. Now that my mother is there and the sponsor, so-called sponsor, and I, we weren't needed. But when we got here, he stopped. He asked, where's the surveyor? So apparently among all these people are government officers. So there was a surveyor man who was told, cut out for me. He just said, give me 2 acres here.
I beg your pardon.
Yes. I remember the DO's name was Dio Oreta.
Oreta. Okay.
And they immediately, when we were standing here, they were made to measure 2 acres. This is a village.
This is the particular land right here.
Yes, where we're sitting.
Wow.
This is government land.
Yes.
All of Bulbul is government land.
Yeah.
It's just the other, some years back, they were given letters of allotment.
Okay.
So the next here is a primary school, Bulbul Primary School.
Okay.
So we got allotted, and then he told the couple, the European couple, if you want these children to do with them, build for them something here.
Here. Oh, wow.
And
do we
then,
have such people still remaining in this country?
I don't know.
Oh, thank
and
you,
as for my
D.O.
mom,
letter.
as my mom was like, oh, okay, I can have my land back. Yes. So this couple had not planned for such things.
Of course not.
But he gave them a month to come up with something. But they did. We fenced.
They did. Oh.
And then we moved from a mud house now to a mabati house structure.
Okay.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
So this was, okay, the floor was well done.
Yeah.
But on the side, there is like one floor, one with stone,
Yeah.
one floor up.
Yeah.
But the rest was mabati.
Mabatis.
So it was simple. Sitting
Corrugated iron sheets, guys.
Yes. The sitting room in the middle, boys said, and in the future maybe girls. So I was living on the girls' dorm. And of course the toilet outside. Simple thing. And then we added a class later on for Teacher Rhoda.
Okay.
Then when we went back, these government officers followed us back to his office. Now there was Ministry of Social Department.
Okay.
It was under the Ministry of the President, the Office of the President.
Yeah.
So she was told, she was a lady, she was told to make sure we are registered as an institution,
Yeah.
as a children's home.
Okay.
I had no idea.
What you're getting yourself into.
And here I am underaged.
Yeah.
So-
You're only 17 actually.
Actu-
You don't even have an ID card.
No. So who was told to sign on my behalf?
Your mom.
My mom. Until I get of age. So she signed the document. We were given. We asked the name. I said the name, and I was just that time. I was just made to sign as a secretary. So after that, he told me review next year when I have my ID. So now we knew we were protected, and we felt good because now the government got to know who we are,
Yes.
and all the documentation got in process. That's we're talking now. I had
How
moved-
many years ago is this now?
It's almost 40, almost, because I had moved there with the
Yeah.
kids the first time in 1986.
Not 40, 30.
30 something.
I said, no, you're right. It's 40. Hiya, guy.
So then a
That's
year
true.
later we are here.
Oh.
So that's how we ended up here and being recognized. And then I still wanted to pursue my education a bit. So after 4 or 5 years, I asked my mom if she would step in and I would go pursue my education. So I pursued my education in South Africa, and I stayed there for 4 years.
What did you study?
I studied theology,
Theology. Okay.
not to become a pastor, but I wanted to know my God more.
Oh.
And of
okay.
course, how to bring up the children, you need a bit of to be solid on what you're doing. So I felt I needed more connection.
Yeah. So how are you able to feed those children? Because now you know they're no longer fending for themselves on the streets.
Sure, but remember that time in the beginning we had this donor.
Yes, that donor was raising
Yeah.
funds.
My mother,
Uh.
her shamba, whatever was produced,
Oh,
she gave us.
You are growing food.
So people got to know.
Yeah.
That's how we started. Just people hearing and friends chipping in. Until today, it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Wow. So what happened to those children now? Are they still in touch?
Yes, they are.
Wow.
I have Caris who's living and resides in Canada.
Wow.
That's among the boys who,
Yeah.
from the streets. I have Washira.
How did he go to Canada?
Canada came in like this. When we got in class, we were studying here in Blue Primary.
Yeah.
Then, as you get visitors, one had asked us, if any boy, he was very specific, get a good grade, and he goes to high school, I'll pay.
Okay.
So Caris ended up in Starehe Boys,
Oh, I see.
and he paid.
Yes.
When Caris got now 18 and is going to university, he said no. Ask him if he wants to come. I have boys. That's why I needed to just
Oh, I see.
sponsor
A boy, yes.
if you'd like to visit us. So of course, who doesn't want to go abroad?
Definitely. Yeah.
So we got the passport. He sent them money. Caris has never come back to Kenya.
Is he in touch with you?
Yes, he is. He's married. He's got children.
Oh,
He's Canadian.
wonderful.
And
He married a Canadian woman
Yes.
from the streets to Canada.
Yeah, and now I don't know, there's a name for an engineer for aeroplanes.
Aeronautic.
That's what he is. Yes.
Aeronautic engineer.
Yes.
Fabulous.
The other kids, they're all doing well. They're a little bit in business here and there. Washira ended up owning a quarry.
A quarry, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they got the stones to be sold.
Yeah.
I can't remember every one of them, but
Is
I
Washira
know-
the guy who used to do somersaults?
Yes.
The somersaulter.
But we got later on, I was attending this church here, PCA.
Yeah.
And the caretaker there kept saying, this boy looks like a boy who got lost.
Oh.
So eventually,
So
he
he recognized his face or something?
He could, but he couldn't put two and two together. So
Yeah.
almost after 10, 15 years, he asked me, Jayne, can you ask Washira where he came from?
Uh-huh.
So Washira says, I came from Yanyuki. Then the caretaker of the PCA told me, you look like a boy who got lost in our village.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Then he said, what was your sister's name? He couldn't remember.
Uh-huh.
Then this guy contacted the family that kept looking for a boy who got lost. Now he's
Yeah.
a mature man.
Mm-hmm.
He's in he's 18 or something. And the family came.
Wow.
Well-to-do family. And he was Washira.
Well to do.
Yes.
And did Bashir recognize him?
Yes.
So you even had reunions over
Yes,
here?
we've had many reunions.
Many reunions.
Many and good ones.
And good ones.
Yes, some not so good, but some were very fantastic.
Wow.
Yes, so that's how it was. And
Congratulations. I heard that there was a time that you had a fire here.
Yes.
What happened about that? There was one time, Jayne was telling me, because we've talked a little bit about this beautiful place that she has here. I've gone round and I've seen that you have so many donors, especially from the Osho community.
Yes.
And then, you guys, I wish you would come here and see the children, all right? If you're in Kenya, in Nairobi, come and support the kids. Come with some goodies. I'm going to show you pictures of goodies that have been bought by people. People just come and drop stuff for kids over here. There's nothing more beautiful than being able to support children.
Yeah.
You know?
It's lovely.
Yeah. Because I've been supporting a home. It's called, remember? Dreams Children's Home. Yes, exactly. Dreams Children's Home. And when I went to that home, I found that they didn't have pillows. So I had pillows, like 70 pillows made. Yeah, and I took them. There's nothing that I felt so happy doing that. And anytime I hear that there's somebody selling furniture, I always call the Dreams Children's lady and I tell her, you know what, there's furniture here, come and pick. So she has done it. She's done it before. Now I know that you're here.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you're just here. I was passing you and going to Dreams.
It's okay.
And I'm still going to support Dreams Children's Home.
Of course, they're all children.
Yeah, Dreams Children's Home is Matasia, another very beautiful environment. How is it that your children are so happy? Because the first thing when I came here, guys, the reason why I decided to do this interview is I was a little bit nervous about coming to a children's home, because you know how it is, you go to a children's home and you're like, oh my God, they're going to be miserable, or it's going to be so institutionalized. But when I came here, the kids were so happy, having fun, taking me on tours. They're taking me on tours, and they're like tiny little kids. In the dark, there was one light that wasn't even working. Kids were taking me around on tours.
Yeah.
So, could you please tell me how? And then we found that there's some people who had donated
Before.
a month before. They had donated the duvets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you about this place, guys. It's so neat. It is so clean, and you can feel the happiness with the children.
Yeah.
Even the children's clothes are folded in the cupboard better than mine. So can you explain to me, because I don't see like you have so many staff, how do you manage that? Have you taught them or what?
Yes, we have to teach them a lot.
Okay.
Especially you have to look after yourself. Hygiene is number one.
You teach them hygiene?
Oh yeah, we'll teach them hygiene. Is you have to be very, you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
To love yourself.
Wow!
Kajani, let's see yours.
Kajani, try something. Jump, just jump, just jump, just jump.
Kajani, you can just jump. So for us, for me, nurturing the children is holistic. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, and we have we have a permanent counselor, a permanent social worker. So we also go into the underlying factors that nobody can see. It's only them who can express themselves when they want to.
Yeah.
And when they ask questions, because there comes a time they ask, why am I in an institution?
They ask.
Yes. Because they go to public schools, they see other people, mom and dad, and they wonder, what don't I have? Then that's the time this one is curious enough to know what brought her here. And we go to the office and open her file. Because each child has a file, how she was referred here, what was the background, what happened to the parents. Then we sit them and we are honest with them. And we tell them, we're here to give you support, but their future is ahead, and it's going to be better.
Yeah.
And you don't have to live in an institution forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our hope is to locate any child's relative to be able to take that child back in the community where we call family unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I was going to ask you about the law regarding children's homes.
Yeah.
I thought that there was a time that the government was trying to stop children's homes, at least the previous government. They were trying, although I know that they had one, Mama Ngina Kenyatta home, and I even went and visited. But I was wondering, what does the law say about children's homes and fostering children and all that?
Oh,
and
for now-
placement of children in homes?
Yeah, I'm happy you asked that. I'm glad because our mission statement says, us as St. Paul's, it says, all children belong to a loving and caring family. Always. And I got that from the Bible.
Okay.
It says, all lonely, you will put the lonely into families.
Okay.
So that made me think, and I realized even these children need to be in a very nuclear family institution. So anyway, the new Act 2023, which was made to law last year, it actually confirmed
The
that-
Children's Act.
Yes, that
Yes.
now the children are no longer going to stay in an institution for so long.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be minimized as much as possible, and our role as caregivers is to kind of find a home that each child can fit in. We are given the right to foster. We can foster. When we get the right foster parents, we can give those children. Fostering is where you take the child and live with them, and your license is renewable every year. The government visits you and sees if you're suitable, and then they can allow you to be fostering children. And you take care of them as if they're on your own. But they don't biologically belong to you.
Yes, yeah.
If you can't handle it or something goes wrong in your family, you can bring that child back to the institution.
To the institution, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
But
Does the
adoption-
government provide support, financial support for you to foster these children?
No,
Like
no,
paying
right
school
now,
fees and stuff?
No, right now,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
In fact, it's us, the institution, that are being asked, wherever the child is being fostered, if that family cannot afford school fees, may the institution provide.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Or pay the first school fees.
Okay,
Or maybe you negotiate, you pay the uniform.
okay.
Yeah, just get the kid into school, both parties. The other one is where your child is allowed now to go out of you legally. That's what we call adoption. That one now, your child goes through the court processes, And by the time the court agrees with the Kenyan family is less than a year, and that child now becomes yours like your own biological child. You're allowed to change the name, and that child remains with you. You cannot take that child ever to an institution.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will die with that child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The other one, we call it giving back the children, back the community in this way. We give back the community, the children back the community to family members, either from the mom's side or the dad's side. If they are caring and they are willing, we can do that. And we still support the child if the family is not able, as much as we can. But if they are able, well and done. After we follow up for 2 years, 18 months, and we're satisfied, we let go. Yeah, but every child we give out, there's a process of 18 months.
Yes.
Now, the new law says that institution like this can only be allowed to stay with children for 3 months.
Oh,
yes.
My goodness.
And find a way. So it's going to not be called
3 months.
Yeah, so we're not going to be called children's home, it will be rescue homes.
Okay, like rescue centers.
Yeah, rescue centers. So
yeah.
3 months and the longest 6 months. But that child has to find a way. So it's us to employ more social workers and counselors. But let's work on us because then we don't have to take the kids to school.
Yeah. So what happened if that period lapses and you haven't found a home?
We have not experienced it because they are giving this until in the next 7 years is when it's going to be started.
Okay.
So we have the next 7 years. And the government has been good. It said, if you think you can't manage this, turn your institution to anything else.
Like what?
Whatever you want. But this is what we're going to have. Rescue centers, not homes.
So literally close if you can't handle it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't handle to...
But in this economy, most people can hardly manage their own kids, let alone take in new ones. Do you get requests, a lot of requests for adoptions and fostering? You don't? Yeah. Because I'll tell you a little bit of a story, guys, that there was a time when I had a baby in 2010, and unfortunately I lost her. So immediately after that, I thought that I could heal my wound by trying to adopt a child. So I went to various children's homes. Pretty soon after that, looking for a baby that would look similar a bit to my baby, because my arms were aching, right? But I discovered soon enough that I wouldn't even qualify.
Why?
Yeah, because I was at that time a single mom.
No.
And there was such a long process to be followed that I realized that there was almost no way that I could actually, adopt a child.
That is true, but now they can make, now for Kenyans it's quite easy.
It's easy.
It's foreigners. Foreigners, you're not allowed.
Foreigners are not allowed at all.
At all. So,
okay, so let me ask you now 1 or 2 more questions. Now, what is your proudest moment? What do you feel you've really achieved? What is your
my proudest moment is when I see those kids coming back, not as kids but as adults. They have achieved the best we could do is St. Paul's is give them an education up to university, up to vocational trainings. But after that,
then what?
Then you let go like the way you let go your own children.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But the success is when they come back to visit. And they're actually some of them telling you, Mom, I brought you a girl. Can we talk to her and then you let me know later what you think?
They want you to help them to pick their mate.
Yes.
Oh, that's
nice.
When
the girl brings a man and they're like, hi, Mom, let me show you this guy. But then later on in life, you find they have kids. They come to visit, especially in December. And they've formed their own WhatsApp group.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Between the years they were here, because different children were here in different times. And collectively, I could say about 2,000 have passed through these gates. And since then, I've only lost 2 children who have actually died. The rest, since 1986, the rest are still alive and kicking. Abroad, living abroad. I have doctors, I have lawyers, I have engineers, I have business people, I have mama bogas, I have everybody in the mix. And that's a beauty. For me, that is the biggest. When I see, wow. When I see one driving, there was one who drove with a new car just to show me a car.
Niger cinema.
Yes.
Nollywood.
Auntie, bless my car. It's bless my car. Holy Ghost fire. That was
That
so
is
much.
fabulous.
Then the other one calling me, Mom, come and open for me with prayers, my new house I've built.
Ah,
And not very
you guys,
far.
please, let's start these rescue centers. Even me, I want to be told those things.
And not very far, just behind, maybe 3 streets away from where I live.
Wow.
And she has bought a plot, she has built a house.
A girl.
And now she's telling me, come, let's come and pray for the house.
Yes.
Those
What
are-
about that couple that helped you? Are they still here?
No, they left. Those ones, I think even they passed on. There was 9.
You're actually crying now. I need tissues. Where are the tissues now?
Yes, you reminded me very far.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
She has such a sweetheart, guys. You know, it's actually, yeah. I know it's triggering. It's very
Yeah.
triggering. Yeah. Oh.
So
Paula,
those
sorry.
are really good moments. That,
Yeah. Wow.
when like
Next time they call you, please call me because I want to
I
come.
will.
I need content. I want to be part of the whole thing and,
The nurses,
and dancing
they're graduating.
around the new cars
Yeah.
and houses.
and they're graduating nurses,
Nurses.
doctors.
Wow.
And right now, I also have another one who managed to get to Germany. She's actually almost qualified to be a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah, it's for
Congratulations.
how it was. I was so proud of her because she went and learned the language. She was so determined, and she said, "I'm going."
She has
to
learned
go."
German.
Yeah, and those are the moments.
So you guys who want to support this home, I'm going to provide the information right here. It's not a home rescue center. I didn't even ask you what else you need and how you get your donations.
Donations come from all Kenyans.
All Kenyans.
All Kenyans.
Yeah.
You have been here. You have seen.
Yeah, they just drop
They
stuff.
just drop stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank you guys for dropping stuff at
thank
the
you
homes.
for friends who are abroad and here. Thank you for putting your trust in me, and also for seeing that the kids are well, and
Yeah.
they're in school. There's some companies who pay for the school fees for secondary schools,
Really wonderful.
even college.
Bless the
even
companies.
even in university. I've got some individuals who have taken two kids through universities.
How do they approach you? They just drive in or they call you on the phone? Or?
Yeah,
Or
when
now
you come,
people know.
when you come, do you have any need? And maybe I have a daughter or a son. I'll call them and I say, I know there was one. She's about to go to high school.
Okay.
So I'm like, I've got 2 kids who are going to go to high school next year. He said, drop me, let me know one.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll handle one. So things like that.
That's beautiful.
And that's how it's been. Always, always, always.
Yes.
People God just amazingly connect.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even there was a time we got a fire, and only people just came in with food.
Yeah.
And in 8 months, we had even a better structure than before.
Than what you had before.
Before.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
And
That's
then,
fabulous.
of course, I would say that I would also thank some organization like the one that bought us the farm that we have for the children, which was KLM.
KLM.
Yeah, then
Wow,
they
an
come to Kenya.
airline, you
Yeah,
people.
they used to come to Kenya.
You see, you just have to just follow your heart and follow your calling.
Yeah.
You followed your calling and you created an opportunity for people to come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a whole group of people who just
Yeah.
walk with me through the journey.
Yeah.
And some do come and go, but there's some who have stayed
With you.
with me.
Yeah.
They say, if you ever need anything, you have my number.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that's how it be.
Yeah.
But actually, this life is living by faith. Yeah.
Living
Because
by
I don't have an earning.
Yeah. By the way, I'd have thought you had a godfather somewhere.
No. But it's all well. It's all. I have a roof over me.
Yeah.
I have a nice house. I have.
Yes.
I have food. What
Come
else
and
do I-
visit, guys. Come
what
and
else do
visit.
you ask in this world?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm good. I'm good. I feel taken care of. I'm happy.
Okay, so now let me ask you what is. But before I ask you, you need to get some tissue.
Oh.
You need to get some tissue. Because I'm going to ask her what is her lowest moment.
Okay, maybe that one I'll handle. The lowest moment when this side of the house got burned down.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was so happy the kids had just gotten to school.
What caused
It was
the
a
fire?
power surge.
Power surge. Okay.
And that from there I got so traumatized with Kenya Power. I decided the next thing I'm going to do is look for solar panels.
Oh, yeah. So I saw solar panels right up
So
here, by
now
the way.
the whole place is
It's
covered
on solar.
solar.
No
So-
more Kenya Power.
No. That was a bad
Yeah,
experience.
that's very scary.
We looked up and you saw the fire guarding up. And it
Wow.
was so bad, it was during the day.
Wow.
Then in the evening, they thought, where are kids going to sleep? So
Yeah.
the kids were sleeping everywhere in the sitting room.
Oh.
And we squeeze each other up. If you want to know, remove the chairs, they sleep on the carpet.
That time you never used to have that big block on the other side.
No, they were full. That side was for girls. This side
Oh,
was
I
for boys.
see.
That's
Oh,
how
I
it was
see.
separated.
Ah, okay.
So we all the boys, no, I got the girls in the main house.
Yeah.
And the boys to sleep on the other side.
Yeah.
That was the lowest.
Yeah.
And then you wake up in the morning and you go out and you see this shell facing you. Yeah. And just praying and asking God, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry, but can you help us?
You start repenting, hapo. What did I do? All my sins, you know? Yeah.
But
no.
I
But you said
remember-
God spared your lives.
Yes, he did. He did.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody. But then
So
I
that's
remember
a big
a
blessing.
verse which says, I'll turn your ashes into beauty.
Oh, yeah.
And then I kept saying, these are ashes, and God, I'm praying to turn them into beauty. So within 1 week, friends came. That same day, some friends came all along from Nairobi, everywhere. I thank Muthoni so much. He was the first person I remember who came. But Muthoni is the owner of a house of Wayne in Karen.
Yes.
Yes. So she came with all the brooms and everything to clean up. I don't know how she just managed. She sent people and
Whoa.
brooms and Jayne. I just saw it as in a passing news. I ran. So those are people who came very fast.
Those are angels.
Yeah, and we cleaned up, and after a week, they came and said, let's have a meeting. So we had a meeting, and one architect said, I'm going to do the drawings for free. I remember this was Buffalo, some company. Then he drew, and then he asked me, Jayne,
God bless all of you guys who have been
Totally,
contributing to my
totally,
friend's place.
Totally. And then he asked me, what would you like it to look like? I said, can we have one floor up? They said, okay. So that's how they came up with one floor up. Because before it was just ground floor.
Okay.
Then they said, okay, open an account for building St. Paul's. But I'm telling you, God is amazing. Within 8 months, the building was finished.
Money had already been donated and
Yes.
you didn't even ask for it. They just junkered.
We asked, of course we
Yeah,
asked.
yeah.
All that everybody who was in my email was a
Yeah.
friend.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I sent a picture and I said, this is our situation. And some people sent and said, I don't even want my name to be recognized.
Yeah.
So I have them recognized
Oh,
everywhere.
I see.
Anybody who chipped in, whatever they did, it doesn't matter the amount, you know, I recognize them and I put their names all over the building.
Yeah.
So
It's so lovely to hear
11
this.
million came
11 million.
within 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we have a saying in African languages that every child comes with its plate, with his or her plate.
Yes.
Do you know it's really true?
It's so true.
It's so true. I've seen it.
You've experienced it.
You've
It's so
experienced
true,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not a child who suffered.
Imagine.
Then all these years, Maureen, imagine there's not a day the children have never had a meal.
That's the thing.
They had 3 meals a day
And they went to school
and they've been going to school.
and they've been loved.
Yes.
It's just a blessing, Jeannie. Honestly.
It's the grace
Yeah.
of God. It's the grace of God.
So now, how else can people help you? Continue to help you? Because I know resources are still required all the
Yes,
time.
because right now I have 34 children. I know this home can take up to 100.
Yes.
But I said no. I need children that I can nurture.
Yes.
Children that I know their names. Children that I can know when they're not smiling, what's the problem?
Yeah.
So I always said I'll keep it below 40. Always. So now we're 34.
What would you like to do? Because you have a big compound. I can see you have a big,
Yeah, we have a
compound.
big compound.
What else would you like to do with this home?
For the kids, on behalf of the kids, I'd like them to learn how to use computers.
Computers, yeah.
Because that's the future. If they start with them when they're young, we have some tablets for them. I have a room I can put those tablets and they can come. Actually, I like the tablets that only have school syllabus.
Schools, yes.
So they can do
For
their
children.
research and they can
Are you listening, you IT people? Huh?
they can know.
If you want to help, you can provide support with IT, with tech.
Yes. That's when I'd love them to experience
Yeah.
and get out of here or go out of here with that skill.
Okay.
So that it doesn't like our days. We
Yes.
used to go to a college
Yes.
to pay.
Yes. We're very analog.
And we used to be given in packages, you Word,
Yes,
Word.
yes.
You had to pay for it. But nowadays,
I'm one of those ones who are using a brother's typewriter computer.
But nowadays, if we can do them
That's true.
a favor that they get so skilled, when they go there, they are good in the market.
Yes, they're ready.
They're
to
ready
go.
for it. Regardless of what career they will take, that knowing how to use those gadgets is so important in the future.
All right.
So I would love them to, we would love to have like maybe 20 of those tablets.
Yeah, tablets.
Yeah, tablets
For
nowadays.
school,
Yeah,
school
for
tablets.
School tablets, nothing more. That
I love that you're specific
yes,
about what you're asking
yes,
for.
because I don't want them to go to YouTube and find out TikTok things.
Yes.
No.
Yes, yes.
Totally for school from PP1 to now it's grades. I don't know which grade is ending in high school.
Okay.
I know it's
I
there.
can't keep
There
up myself.
are packages there that I would love to have that for them.
Yes, with the curriculum.
Yes, and anything that would advance their mind. I would love have to.
You heard that, guys? Tablets. We need
And
tablets.
board games,
How
like-
much are they?
I don't.
Anyway, we'll find out. Find out how much they are. Let's try and see how we can contribute tablets.
Yeah, and then board games that also would enhance their thinking,
Board
like
games,
chess,
Monopoly.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
what is that?
Puzzle,
one?
jigsaw puzzles.
The other one with words
That
you make words.
Yes, I know. Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Mhm,
That one.
Scrabble.
Anything that will help their mind to grow and be
Yes.
challenged will be
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's a package on its own. The other thing is yes.
Toys. Do they need toys?
Oh yes, kids love toys. Any toys.
Do they have enough toys here?
Kids will never have enough.
They
toys
never have
because-
enough because they wear them out.
Yeah, by January, what we give them at Christmas time, by January you try to find it, you won't find it.
I get it. Okay.
Toys
okay.
are good. Toys are good.
Clothes.
Clothes, I'll
yeah.
appreciate. But anyway, the most important thing to nurture their growth, food.
Food. Yes. Food. It
Anytime.
must be very expensive. especially
Anytime,
now.
yeah, anytime. And also lean also on fruits, vegetables, would appreciate.
Yeah. Like
Although-
literally everything, guys. The list is growing.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
it. Yeah, mostly is that. And if you feel like you want to have a child that you want to support through and through, you can always
Oh, that's a good idea. Pair you up.
pair you up with one child that you can see their growth and their progress, education and everything, even social, how they are doing. You can see them up to university if you want to.
Yeah.
If
that's a
you'd
great
like
idea.
that we take care of you. And they come to your place for weekends or holidays.
Okay.
And then maybe if you feel like if somebody you want to foster,
You can foster.
we'll be so happy for the kids. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
So we are open, and we love to have visitors because it's good for these kids when they see other people apart from us. And mind you, these kids are here from year and go. We are all year round. We're like in a little prison, but it's a prison.
It's not a
But
prison. It's like a school.
Yeah,
it's like a school
boarding
compound.
school, yeah.
But it's spacious.
Yeah,
it's very
but if
spacious.
some people would like to take the kids out for outing, like
oh, I
going
see what
to
you
the
mean
museum,
now. Yes.
going to
Even just
the
having a
national
family
park.
day,
Yeah.
go out and eat.
Yeah,
Bring them
it will
back.
be great. It will be so amazingly great. Which December is a group that one of our friends is in. Sally. She's in this group called Skype. And they took the kids to up there KCC.
Oh yeah.
They've never been into Nairobi.
Oh yeah. By the way.
So they went to KCC and they went.
Even I've never been on the revolving thing up
Yeah,
there.
up on top.
Revolving
and
tower.
they saw the whole Nairobi.
Yeah.
They were so amazed.
Just imagine, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, because the other thing that
It's just shuttling a car, right?
Yeah, and the other thing that I would love
Bus.
is for the kids to go to Mombasa.
To Mombasa. Hey, who is in Mombasa who can help these kids have a nice holiday?
Yeah, even if it's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
They've
bonfire
never,
adventures.
they
Here you are.
have never seen
they need a holiday. We need a
ocean.
holiday for children.
they are talking about the Maasai community.
Yeah, or anybody, any individual who wants
No,
to sponsor.
I'm saying the kids where they come from the background.
Oh,
Mostly
sorry.
Maasai community. Kids who have been picked up from the streets. They have never known what they hear Mombasa, the ocean, but they have never seen it.
Yeah.
So that's
What are some of the
adventures.
circumstances that they come in with? The unique circumstances.
Nowadays is the referral from the children department.
Okay.
Those days we pick them up. Nowadays it's the other way around.
Okay.
You go to police station, reported a lost child, headed to the children's department. The child, they make sure the child doesn't sleep at the police station. So the nearest home,
Oh, I see.
which is available and they can accept the child, we have brought in the child.
Oh, okay.
So there's a process now.
Okay.
So the lost and found, abandoned, children who have been rescued from very violent
Oh.
places or parents or families, rescued from rape or sodomy for both, and early marriages, circumcisions from the community here in the Maasai community, and basically that's it. So the lost and find, of course, the picture is always at the police station. We are urged to, if we can, put it in the
Yeah,
newspapers.
in the
but-
newspapers, yeah,
But
the
it's
lost
too
and found.
expensive.
Yeah, yeah,
We can't do it, so we just spread the word around.
Mm-hmm.
And also we share in the nowadays you have WhatsApps and all that. You share as many groups. This child is here with me, but is a lost and found. We need to find out the parents. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we don't. And then of course the abandoned, those are the ones who look for parents. And nowadays in Kenya, if you're a Kenyan, to get the child, it's less than 2 months.
Oh,
Yes, for me, if I see you bond with the child, it's just for me to write your bonding.
hiya.
And then
Wow.
the children adoption agency,
Yes, they follow up.
they follow up and they say,
Okay.
take the child, because I'll allow you to take the child after 2 months.
Yeah.
You can make a commitment to see the child, I allow it. When you bond, I allow you to go with the child. You bring the child back, now you write the letter. From there, now they give you a letter to hire a lawyer, then you go process your work. So I said, less than a year you have a child. Yeah. So, because they want the children not to stay in an institution. Now,
Yeah.
they're making the process very quick and easy for
That's
Kenyans.
really good to hear because
Yeah.
10 years ago, 14 years ago, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So it's really wonderful to hear. So, Jenny, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank
Before
you
we
for
burned to
having me.
death, you guys were roasting.
Thank you for
know?
having me. It's an honor and I'm humbled.
I'm
You're,
even more
you're a
humbled.
great woman.
Me?
Yes.
You're a great woman.
Yes.
What are we talking
I
about?
follow
Let's agree,
you.
guys. She is a great
I
woman.
follow you on YouTube and you're doing amazing work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you for subscribing.
Yes.
And thank you for giving me feedback. Guys, please give me feedback on my YouTube channel videos. I really would appreciate it. And also share my videos. That's really nice. But anyway, please let's support Jayne. Okay, St. Paul's Children's Care Center. Where is it?
It's on Ngong Road, but before you go to Ngong, there's a village known as Mbubu Village.
Yes.
Then if you follow the Google map, it will come on Forest Line. It's about 100 meters. And
Yeah.
on your right, you see the gate is written, it's in blue color, and it's written St. Paul's Children's Care Center.
Yeah.
Sante
It's just
Sana.
after Kerara Pond. If you guys know Kerara Pond, there's Kerara Pond 1, which is further up. Then the second Kerara Pond, and on the left, there's a Maasai school.
Yes.
And then you turn left, there's a new tarmac road, brand new tarmac road. So right there, and then just a few meters from there, on the right-hand side, you'll find.
Karibuni sana.
Yeah, you'll find the place. So I'm praying people are going to come and that they're going to support you and call you up and drop stuff. If you don't want to be known or to be seen, just drop stuff. Yeah. If you're coming and you're in Gong area and you've done a bit of shopping, you have some fruits. You talked about fruits and vegetables. You want to share, just come and drop some. You know, yeah, and you'll be blessed. So thank you, Jayne, and God bless you. Yeah, keep it up. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, bye. So thank you very much, guys. Subscribe, like, and share. No, I'm not taking that. Although I wouldn't mind, but I'm not taking it. Oh, your dog has followed me here. Well, guys, she has a garden over here, and she's picking some beans for me. But I see like you have an avocado tree. What am I saying? Oh, mango. I don't know what. Hey, you have a lot of food here. A lot of food. Mavakes. I see when you're telling me that you have mavakes here. But they are called what? Oh. Look at the dog that's following me. Hello, doggy. The dog is so happy. What is he doing? What are you doing? Hello? Hello? The dog is having a good time. See, guys, they have climbing frames. Oh, they have a lot of facility. This is the facility that were given by the government of Kenya. Thank you, government of Kenya, for considering the children. Thank you for doing this for Kenyan children. And I can see Jayne has organized this place so well. They have water tanks, they have a borehole, they also have solar lighting, solar panels. It's a beautiful place, by the way, guys. Come and visit. Come and visit.